Hi and welcome to Cafe Chronicles. I'm Steve.
I'm Dan.
And today we're going to crack into the carbs on the budget build KZ750.
Trigger warning for anyone on a keto diet. This episode is ripe with carbs.
So today we're going to try and disassemble the carbs. You'll notice as we get into it, some of the tops of the carbs are a little rusty. So we're going to have to clean those and paint them. We're going to do those with a wrinkle paint maybe. So let's get stuck in. So you guys might notice that we haven't put in the gaskets there. We need to get a gasket kit. We're going to get a little rebuild kit with gaskets. The jets, Dan had actually bought a set of jets for it and he put them in when he was kind of getting the bike started a few years back. So I think the jets are good, we just have to clean them. We're going to reassemble it and then we're basically going to take that top off again. We'll spray paint that with a wrinkle paint. We have to fix them up, and at that stage we'll have the gasket kit as well. We'll pop it into it, and Bob's your uncle, we're ready to go. So we've got our ultrasonic bath heating up here again because it cooled down. Once that's ready, Dan has number 4 taken apart. We'll put it in. There's a few little bits on carb number 4 that are a little tight on it, so we're going to put them in, try and loosen it up, and then we'll further take it apart. Okay, so just in case anybody's wondering what we've got in the ultrasonic bath, we've got some pine sol, and we've also got some washing liquid. What do you guys call that in North America?
Dish soap.
Dish soap. And that's it, and we've got it heated up, but the garage here in Dan's house smells beautiful today. It's a mixture of pine sol and freshness and coffee. Alright Dan, what have you got for us? Unboxing, drumroll please.
Alright folks, so This kind of goes against the spirit of our budget cafe build, but if there's one thing I can't stand, it's inefficiency. Now, you'll get a full nerd lecture when we put the exhaust on the bike so I can show you what I'm talking about. But your classic 2-into-1 style that you see with 2 pipes on one side and 2 pipes on the other, pair the wrong exhaust ports for optimal efficiency. So, even though we're trying to do everything on a budget, I could not have a bike with the proper exhaust header.
This thing's gonna sound awesome. Get your cans out. Get them out. Get them out. Or it's a single, right? So get it out.
Megaphone.
Oh, that's badass though. I like.
Let's see how it looks on the bike.
Take it up, have a look. That's quality. They do really good stuff, like.
Yeah, so there's like, what, 3 different stages of volume in here?
Yeah.
So.
Awesome. That's going to be beautiful, and it's going to suit the bike. Ahoy!
It's interesting to see the...
Ahoy, Captain.
like,
he can see all of you guys.
And the resistor and...
When you look through, when Dan looks through like that, he can see you guys all sitting at home watching. Put some pants on. Nice. Good work. That's going to look great. Alright, so we have some of this wrinkle paint that we're going to put on. It's paint that they'll put on sometimes on valve covers and stuff, so it's like a high temperature wrinkle paint. I know the carbs don't technically get hot, but you know, when you're, you know, I'm going to expect that Dan rides the bike like he drives his car, which is like spirited is maybe the way to put it. So like, I'm sure the engine will be hot, and on a long ride, and especially in the summer, we're going to be riding here in the summer, on a hot day here, it can be, you know, the engine and all around it can get quite hot, so it's better to have a paint that'll can withstand heat if it needs to. That's the sexy new Cafe Chronicles t-shirt. That's the Makuni carb. Love it, love it. I've got, I'm sporting the R90 boxer. Love it. If you guys want to support the channel, get yourself a t-shirt, and you can go to cafechronicles.ca and check it out.
If you enjoy our content, please consider supporting us. So this has been a long, arduous process of putting things together and then seeing a part that was supposed to go back in it and then taking it apart again so you can put it back together properly. So right now I am putting the caps back on after putting them together and realizing that the spring wasn't put in. So let us remind me on the last one that it needs a spring before the lid goes on. I'm just too excited to put these back together, you know?
We should like do a live cast where people can like message. Just to kind of show you guys at home, here's how this turned out. These are the caps, the tops of the bowls, and we put that wrinkle paint, and it turned out really nicely. And this is high temperature. Is it like 350 degrees, Dan?
I don't know, but I just trapped my glove inside this one.
Okay. So we won't leave that there. But yeah, I think it's like good to 350 degrees, but you know, it will never get that hot because if it gets that hot, Dan's got a whole other level of problem under his balls if that gets that hot.
So there's a rubber boot that isolates this from the hot engine, and then there's air that constantly blows past these to cool them, and there's a very, very, very flammable liquid held in the bottom. So if this unit heats up to a point where this paint starts bubbling, there's bigger problems.
I think we should give it a try. I'm willing to test it. But yeah, it turned out really nice, and I think once they're together, they're gonna look really well. Like, even just from cleaning them in the ultrasonic bath, and then with the wrinkle paint on top, you know, it's nice. Also, just one of the reasons why we went for the wrinkle paint on top was because the tops of these had a lot of pitting on them from rust, and we thought this was a nice way to kind of clean them up, make them look cool, and with the engine being painted black as well, I think it'll work out well. Okay, so we're finished the carbs. We're really happy with the wrinkle paint. You know, we were just kind of saying, considering we didn't sandblast these carbs or anything like that, all we did was ultrasonically clean them. They really have shined up nicely. I don't know if it really comes out in the video, but here in real life they look really good. Like,
yeah. So if you're planning on rebuilding your carbs, budget like 3 months. So we thought we were gonna bang this out in like 2 weeks, and it dragged on and on and on with all kinds of different issues. We knew it was going to take a lot of time, and it took at least 4 times as much time as that.
Yeah.
So
like, keep in mind, we do this for like a few hours a week. So it took a little bit longer than we wanted, but you have to make sure, like, and also our ultrasonic bath is big enough to hold one.
Yeah.
If you had a big, like, I don't know, 10, 12 liter ultrasonic bath, you could just put them all in it, right? And that alone...
You don't even need to separate them. You just drop the whole carb in.
But like, that alone would save time.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But taking it apart, putting them back together, even just painting the tops. If you remember, the tops were in pretty bad shape, so we cleaned them up. We put that texture paint on them. They look really smart. I think they'll look cool with the engine and that too. So, and hopefully they're clean and
Hopefully
run
they're
well.
clean. Can you imagine we have to do all this again after?
Oh, don't go. Like, it is inevitable. And I said this on the CB750 build after I like spent a weekend cleaning mine. I kept telling myself, even though they're all taken apart, they're all put back together, these are going to be apart again. We're going to be going through, making tweaks. One thing, and I think we've mentioned it already, but in the manual and the service manual, it doesn't tell you the float height that you need. So what we're going to have to do is we're going to actually have to take a clear line out of the bottom of the float, and we'll crack open this screw at the bottom of the float, and then we'll actually let gasoline into that clear pipe, and we're going to bring it up to the side of it like a bridle, and it will equalize, you know, so that it will actually show us the level of the gasoline. We're going to have to go through and we're going to have to tweak each one of them so that they're all the same level, same height, float height inside, because that can play havoc with, especially with a 4-carb setup, and we'll make sure that's all good, you know. That's the problem with carbs. There's like a lot of different things that can go wrong, so being as thorough as possible is is important.
Join us next week when we show you how to do a fuel injection conversion.
All right, so thanks for tuning in. Stay safe. Don't forget to support the channel. You can pick up yourself a nice Cafe Chronicles t-shirt, and it supports us and all that good stuff as well. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you soon.